in a recent interview with Kevin the Goat Feige, he stated a Spider-Man and a Venom crossover seems likely, but it's probably up to Sony. He says, and I quote, "I think it's probably up to Sony. Sony has both of those characters and has Venom in their world. I don't know what their plans are for another Venom or if they're doing that, but it seems likely at some point." Josh, do you think a Spider-Man or Tom Holland Spider-Man and Tom Hardy Venom crossover is likely to happen sooner rather than later, or do you think it's not going to happen at all?
Um, hmm. Let's see, because I mean, Venom made a lot of money.
Made a lot of money.
Surprised a lot of people with how much money it ended up making. Whether or not the movie was good, of course, that is up to interpretation.
You certainly got some mixed responses.
Yeah, but the fact that it made so much money and people really love that version of the character, surprisingly, I would not be surprised to see him incorporated into the MCU at some point. And this isn't the first time I've heard about that. I've heard from particular people that a crossover was likely. So the fact that this is even coming out, that it is, now that Kevin Feige himself is mentioning that Venom in the same sentence as the MCU, leads me to believe that there's definitely some talks going on and trying to figure out a way to incorporate him. But at the same time, when you think about that, is if they're going to incorporate that Venom, which means Woody Harrelson's Carnage will become MCU canon. So I mean, there's pros and cons to it.
Pros and cons with that stupid ass wig.
Yeah. When I get out of here, there's gonna be
some carnage.
Carnage.
I mean, I thought Venom was okay, but that post-credit scene was bad.
I've only seen Venom once. I've been meaning to watch it again, but I can't build up enough mental strength to click play and sit there for an hour and 58 minutes and watch that movie again. I mean, I love the whole kind of buddy space cop kind of deal that they have going on. Venom himself was the highlight of the film, right, which is how it's supposed to be.
But everything else that was happening was just eh.
Yeah, the dialogue, the action, some of the CG, when Riot and Venom are going at it,
I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on because they both look the same.
There's just so much black goo on the screen. It just looks like one of those really old Windows screensavers, with the goo kind of with different colors and stuff.
Right.
But I mean, I like that Venom. I think it'd be really cool to kind of introduce him and see Tom Hardy in a MCU film, him kind of work, act alongside Tom Holland.
But would it be an MCU movie or would it be a Sony movie?
I mean,
because technically both Homecoming and Far From Home are Sony movies. Sony owns those movies.
Yeah.
And Venom Sony owns Venom. And so I think that it would have to be a Sony strict, it would be set in Venom's universe or something like that, right?
Maybe not, because I mean Sony loaned Marvel Spider-Man, so I can do the same with Venom. It would be mutually beneficial because you have the people that really enjoyed Venom and saw it a bunch of times, and you have the people who enjoy the MCU who enjoy the MCU Spider-Man. You combine those together and put them in the same universe where they're taking place in this ever-expanding Marvel universe. You've got a recipe for a lot of money at the box office. So I believe that if they do a crossover, they will take Venom and put him in the MCU as opposed to taking Tom Holland out of the MCU and putting him into the Sony verse. I think they just extended the contract or extended how many films Tom Holland's allowed to be in the MCU. I could be wrong about that, but I remember reading that somewhere.
It's expected to happen, but I don't think it's happened yet. I think they have to wait for I believe the deal ends with Far From Home, so they have to wait for that to come out first. But it's there's rumors and reports that suggest they're gonna keep the deal. Because
don't expect to see Venom in Far From Home. That's not happening. It's not I wouldn't expect any kind of tease or anything like that.
No.
But the cool thing about it, and this is actually one of the things that I kind of really praised Venom for, was the fact that they left it open for him to return to New York and
because he's in San Francisco.
Yeah, because they mentioned that how he got run out. He was a reporter in New York, and then he got run out of town, and which is the reason why he was not there. And when I heard that, I was just like, wow, that's actually really clever, because if this movie does well financially, it would allow them to have the room to operate and make a way for him to come back to New York without having to, explain his absence or explain where Spider-Man's been at, because he's been gone. So it's the opportunity. The door is open there for them to do something.
Right, and so they're working on a Morbius movie. There's rumors of a Craven the
I
Hunter.
honestly don't give two shits about Morbius, man.
I mean, nobody really seemed to care about a Venom movie happening. And
Yeah, actually, well, no. I see, but the thing is Venom is a much more popular character than Morbius, the living vampire. You know,
that is
I
true.
didn't know about Morbius until they said, "Oh, hey, Jared Leto's been attached to play Morbius, the living vampire." I was like, "Oh, Marvel has vampires, cool." I was like, the only Marvel vampire I knew about was Blade.
They have their own version of Dracula.
Isn't that Morbius?
No, they got Morbius and Dracula.
Is his name just Dracula?
Or Dracula, just straight up Dracula.
What?
I think
What?
I'm pretty sure.
To Google I go. Oh wow, no, they just straight up have fucking Dracula. All right. Okay.
Published by Marvel, yeah, Count Dracula. They have him.
So I looked up Dracula, right? And when I clicked on films to see if he appeared in any live action stuff,
mm-hmm.
And like for some reason the name Drake is just in bold letters. So I was just like, wait a second, what does Drake have to do with Dracula? What is that all about?
Drake is Dracula confirmed.
Yeah. Apparently Dracula is in Blade Trinity, and he goes by Drake, and he's played by Dominic Purcell. The guy who plays Heatwave in Flash.
Wait, what?
Where have I been at? What the hell?
I don't think I've even seen Blade Trinity. Well, I think I may have years ago.
Yeah, Blade Trinity has Ryan Reynolds and Jessica Biel in it.
Blade Trinity, Dracula. All right. What the hell? Yeah, you're right.
God, man, I don't.
Blade 3, amazing vampire scene.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, no, I've actually never seen Blade Trinity because I've heard it's so bad. So I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm not really trying to watch it, but I love bad films.
Yeah, I may have seen it, so I don't know. Blade 1 and Blade 2 are good, but But do you think like this kind of crossover would happen in a Spider-Man 3 or 4, or something like a Venom 2/3?
I could see it being more Spider-Man 3.
I think I have to go with like a Venom. It would be a Venom movie. I think. I don't know why. Like, it's just something about it being strictly like it's Sony's thing, and like if they add like I don't know. I have no clue. I don't think like. I just don't think Marvel would want something like Venom in their MCU. You know what I mean?
Why is that?
I don't know. I just got this like weird feeling like they wouldn't want another like. You can have Tom Holland's Spider-Man in it, but after whatever crossover this is, Tom Holland's Spider-Man doesn't have to reference Venom again after this. Moving forward in the MCU, so I feel like this would be a Venom movie mainly. So I just don't think Kevin Feige's kind of interested in tackling Venom at the moment, or like a Venom Spider-Man crossover. I just don't think that's on his mind. Maybe on Sony's mind. But see,
the thing is like I can see them introducing Venom and then having because the Sinister Six is going to be formed in the MCU at some point.
Yeah,
and I can kind of see Venom being that filler until like Spider-Man 4 when they officially Spider-Man versus the Sinister Six or something like that.
Right. Because they're kind of building towards that with Vulture and Scorpion in jail.
Mm-hmm. And then I guarantee we'll probably see some sort of hint to like Rhino and Shocker and stuff like that.
Don't you know I'm Electro?
Don't you know I'm Electro?
Fuck that.
I hate that crap. And then starts playing the Electro.
Yeah.
So, like, get out of here.
Get out of here with that shit.
Gross.
But I don't think Venom would be a like. I have another great thing to come out of that movie was that song.
Dude, all right. Side note: when those like end credits scene was happening, like the credits were rolling, I was just dying. I was just laughing so hard because of that stupid song.
Did you not hear the song? Did you not hear the song before the movie came out? Because it came with Eminem's Kamikaze, if I'm not mistaken.
I didn't listen to that album.
It was a pretty good album overall.
Really, I heard like that it was butt, so I didn't listen to it.
No, I really dug it. But yeah, Venom with Spider-Man.
Venom.
it's probably. I got to soundbite that. But Yeah, I just don't think Venom is on Kevin Feige's mind. So I think he'll let Tom Holland Spider-Man be in a Venom movie, you know, and let that Venom verse be like adjunct, like, you know, adjacent to, like, kind of like what Agents of Shield is to the movies right now, right? Like they're set in the Marvel universe, but they got their own story, and like they'll acknowledge each other, but they're not really connected. I think it's going to be that type of situation with the Venom and Spider-Man crossover.
Mhm.
Yeah. So technically, Venom could be in the MCU, but he's just on the other side doing his own thing, like on the other side of the country doing his own thing.
Yeah, because I'm like, let's just say, for example, I'm like, you know, he is in a Spider-Man film. Just they can just send his ass back to San Francisco. You
Yeah.
know? Or literally put him in a prison that can hold him in San Francisco. That way, he's not like around or like in the MCU, like actively, you know, doing stuff. You know.
Yeah.
So it's possible for him to be in the MCU and then kind of like send him off on his own thing. That way, if you want to do like Venom 3 or Venom 2, where he's, you know, messing with Carnage and they're like having a, you know, a hoedown in the prison, you can do that without having to worry about, oh, what are these going to have ramifications of the MCU? So it's possible.
I mean, I think, you know, Venom 2, clearly by the post credits, I think Venom 2 is clearly going to be Venom versus Carnage. And I think that's just a given. And I think Venom 3 will be Venom versus Spider-Man. Probably. I'm willing to bet. Like, that's how it's going to go. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see.